We're a full service city, so we have both utilities and we have public safety infrastructure. So we were worried in Southern California particularly about earthquakes and natural disaster and how that would affect us. And so traditionally everything's on premise, and so we wanted to shift that and push it more towards the cloud, move towards more OpEx versus CapEx.
How do you justify the cost of going into purchasing VDI or Citrix versus buying another fire engine? And to the public, that's a hard discussion to have, but how do you justify that this technology is worth it? With Azure and Citrix, those solutions together, we're able to utilize and reduce our costs without having that expense of the infrastructure as well.
The Microsoft infrastructure gave us the platform, to really push our infrastructure into the cloud. We have about 80% of our infrastructure that now exists in the cloud. Citrix was the most mature vendor for desktop infrastructure. So we chose Citrix over VMware. We've disassociated traditional hardware, from the experience, and that they can get to what they need on any device, and that those devices a lot of times are a lot cheaper than traditional hardware. For us, it dramatically reduced the expense of hardware, and it actually reduced that by 72%. All of the computing power and the storage is all occurring in the cloud, which can be dynamically adjusted, and that, again, allows us to sort of fluctuate and be flexible with the cost models. We have about 63, 64 desktop-related incidents that happen every month. So for us, over a 3-year period, which is what our contracts normally are, that's around $330,000 that costs us, right? And on the labor side, that's probably another $220,000. So you're talking about $500,000 over the course of 3 years.
Citrix has allowed us to automate a lot of our manual processes. Our end users are able to do more because there is less downtime for them.
Looking at what our strengths were and what the strengths of both Microsoft and Citrix, security is one of those things. And it also enforces security upon devices. So it helps us sort of stay compliant with everything. It also changed the way that people worked or work today, where they're able to access their information on site without having to go back to the office. So it's immediate. Citrix has allowed us to manage disasters from anywhere in the world because of the virtualization component of that desktop and the ability to use the cloud computing on any device, anywhere that I have cellular connection. I can interact with our emergency operations center and help them during a disaster. It is safe to say that we are making employees more productive and engaged every day this project continues.